I would just say our passion, our conviction towards the live show, our records, you know, and what our records say, the emotions in our records, the honesty in the music, and just our overall level of just, we love music. You know, this is what we grew up doing. I've been in this band for over half my life, you know, and it's like, this is all I know. This is all I do. This is what I do. I don't really I don't see myself doing anything else, you know, so that's why I'm still here. When we first started Papa Roach, I was 16 years old, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I just wanted to get out and play music and get loud and chase chicks and have fun and get wild. And now, I mean, 20 years later, shoot, my goals now, I want to continue what we're doing right now. It's playing these big festivals. It's playing these clubs. It's playing, you know, going in. We own our own recording studio. You know, go back in and record another record that's inspiring to us. You know, make music that moves us, because we believe if we're excited about it, our fans are going to be excited about it. And so I'd really just say, you know, keep on the path that we're on, and, you know, as we get older, more and more bands keep breaking up or falling to the side, will eventually become that band that's the soundtrack to people's lives. Oh, when I first started, I was a terrible vocalist. You know, it was all about screaming and getting weird, you know. And now it's more about screaming, but it's also about that melody, you know, and that lyric and that tone. And, you know, I still scream, you know, I still get loud, but my approach is a lot different. Melodically, I'm always trying to push myself into new territory and try new things as a vocalist. And, you know, also on this new record, though, I reached back into some of that old school style and brought back some of the rap in some of the songs. And so I think that's I think a very important element of our band. You know, it's kind of what created our identity early in our career, and so to bring it kind of back in some of the new sound is, I think it's fresh. I think the old school fans really like that, and it's inspiring to me again. I would say for us, I mean, it's just our unique style, our unique approach. It's for people coming from completely different places creatively and musically. You know, Jerry comes from more of like the metal territory. Tobin is listening to like, Tobin's musical tastes are all over the place. He's like listening to like Skrillex and like reggae music and punk rock. And Tony Palermo's coming from like, you know, 90s alternative and punk rock scene, and so our influences are all completely different. So when we come together and create music, it's just a whole recipe for, you know, whatever the fuck Papa Roach is, which is, you know, we have our own sound. I mean, we fit in the hard rock, you know, heavy metal or, you know, alternative rock scene, but we just have our unique sound in it. And I think our live show really is what defines who we are. Favorite songs from this record, I would have to say Give Me Back My Life, just for that raw, just heavy, big riff, coupled with where I'm coming from lyrically on that song. You know, I was given the gift of desperation again in my life, where I was broken down to nothing, and to rediscover who I was as a person, you know, that was a big thing for me in the process of making this record. And, you know, I got to a point where I was just, you know, substance abuse, drinking and drugs, and I was just fucking out of my mind, and I quit all that, and I was just like this raw nerve. And I didn't know how to cope with life, but music gave me that opportunity to express myself again and find who I was again, and it gave me back my life. You know, or a song like Before I Die, me and my wife, we split up while we were making the record, and that was just like devastating to me. I had been with her, that was, you know, 18 years I had been with my wife when we broke up, and I was just like, ugh. And, you know, I wrote a song like Before I Die, you know, and it was just saying like all those things that I wish I could have said to her, while we were together. You know, all those things that I should have said, you know, I just pushed her away and I didn't even realize it. And to kind of have that realization and put it into a song was very important. You know, it was a turning point in my life. You know, now fast forward, we're back together. You know what I'm saying? We got another baby coming, you know, so it's been a wild ride, but I'd say those two songs are definitely like very important songs to me. That one live, Silence is the Enemy, that song fucking pops off live, man. It's just got that ripping groove. It gets the crowd jumping. It's definitely a fun song. We've been playing that song since we wrote that song every time on stage. Not a show goes by where we don't play that one. My state of mind, I was broken. I was desperate and broken. That's where I was coming from. I was very confused, and I needed to rediscover. I needed to rebuild the person that I could be or wanted to be, because I didn't like who I was. Before I die, to write that song was just like, I was gutted, man. I was like on the verge of suicide, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like not in a good place. And yeah, man, I had that moment of clarity, like, you know, like this life is worth it no matter how much pain I'm in. Like if I don't continue living, I'm not gonna give myself or my life a chance to get better, you know. These beautiful kids, you know. It was a very dark place, you know. It was very dark, but you know, I think through my spirituality, my connection with the man upstairs, and this music with Papa Roach, that's what brought me back to life, you know, straight up. Oh, you know, I mean, for us, you know, even in the process of doing this record, we were like considering, you know, everybody breaking off and going doing their own solo records. And it didn't feel right. It just does, that conversation doesn't feel right now. Not for us as a whole, you know. I feel that creatively, Papa Roach, we can explore anything we want to, you know. I mean, it's like if you listen to our records, there's songs like, you know, Leader of the Broken Hearts, and then there's songs like Where Did the Angels Go? You know, one of them is like got this full like alternative, you know, big epic chorus with this like electronic verse type thing, and then there's Where Did the Angels Go, which is double kick metal assault, you know. And so for us, it's just all about being able to do whatever we want to do in Papa Roach. Really, that's important to us. I feel completely all right about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I had a chance, all I gotta say is if I took myself back to when I was, like, say, a fan of Faith No More or Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I could have like met those guys, I would have done that. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been like, I got to meet Kiss the other night. You know what I'm saying? I did VIP meet and greet with Kiss, and that was like, for me and my son, that was fucking cool. You know, I was like nervous, you know, so like, whoa, you know. And so, but I mean, if it depends on how you want to write about it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is. And you know, it could be looked at as like, oh, they're trying to, you know, exploit their fans. But it's like, you know, ever since the era of everybody's downloading our music for free, it's like, this is another way for bands to survive, you know. Because straight up, like, and this isn't just about the band, you know, with the free downloading, it's forced bands to become creative about different ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? And it's and the fans don't have to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's forced to buy it. You know, so it's their choice. You know, we're not going, you have to pay to come meet us. It's like they're willing to do it. So it's definitely I guess could be a touchy subject for some people, but not for me. I'm fine with it. Plus, it's like in the era of downloading, like I said, it's like it's affected not only the bands, but it's affected the people in the music business. My friend over there, Olivier, he used to have a team of people working for him. You know what I'm saying? Now he doesn't have a team of people working for him. It's just Olivier in the record business. And so it's or even the record stores, like, you know, in America, like there used to be record stores everywhere, you know, and like kids would grow up and be like maybe your age and be like, I want to go work at the record store, you know, because I love music. Well, there ain't no fucking record store no more because everybody's downloading the music for free. So it's not just about the artist, it's about the whole industry and the business. And you know, so it's definitely it'll be interesting to see how it affects touring as well, because bands tour all the time now because they can't make money on record sales because kids are downloading all their shit for free. So it's like you tour, and it's starting to affect ticket sales for bands as well now, because fans are going, well, fuck, maybe I'll just go see them next time because I know they'll be back in 6 months, so I won't go see them this time. So ticket sales are starting to decline a little bit, and so it's definitely an interesting time. I would say, you know, it's like for people to support the scene, it's like to support your bands that you like is go pay for a ticket, go see them live. That's like the best thing you could do for a band, you know, to support the music scene in general, you know. And if you like a band, buy their records, you know. I mean, that's just like, because straight up, like, I've battled with this inside myself, because I used to be like, fuck it, just go fucking download the record for free and fuck it, you know. And still part of me inside goes, man, you know, what if we just gave our music away? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't about selling the record, because really at the end of the day, it's like this internal debate inside myself of like, whether is that just the invitation to come see us live? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't download the live concert experience. Like, that's the one thing that's like so pure and real. You know, so honestly, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like, just buy a fucking concert ticket. You know, that's really all. That's all really the bands hope for. We want to pack houses. We want to play shows, pack houses with fucking fans that love our music. You know, that's the most important thing to us. You know, because it's like, if we show up and nobody's there, we're like, this sucks. I'm fucking 5,000 miles away from home and nobody's here. You know, so buy a concert ticket. Oh, I'm a fan still too, you know, like I was in the crowd watching Kiss, rocking out, me and my son, or watching Korn. I put my hoodie on, you know, and I was out there just fucking rocking out, like feeling it. Prodigy at Rock'em Park in Germany. I put my hoodie up, my son put my hoodie up, he put his hoodie up. We went out in the crowd, we were jumping and just going bananas for Prodigy. Like, I'm still a fan, you know, so it's cool, man. What have I learned about being in a band? That, for me to be able to do what I love, I learned this from David Bowie. You know, it's like, you're going to go out there in the great wide world and play rock and roll, and you're going to do it because you love it. And then it's going to become a business. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, it becomes a business, and then you're like, well, how do you approach it after it becomes a business, you know? And David Bowie said he had to become a better businessman to become a better artist, because if you have your business affairs in order, you can focus on your art. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many bands break up, is because their managers fuck them, and then they're broke, and they're like, fuck, how do I pay my rent? You know what I'm saying? And so it's very important to focus on all aspects, you know, and so you could stay true to your art, you know, because for me, it's like, I want to be able to go in the studio and just be creative and not worry and have fun, you know, because that's why I make music, is to be creative. If you want to get a better idea of who Papa Roach is, listen to Papa Roach. And about me, yeah, just read the lyrics, really, essentially. That's like a window inside my life, essentially, like, because especially this last record, you know, it's definitely about the tribulation and a lot of the pain and the realization, you know, so that's definitely a look into part of my life. Or watch this interview. because I'm telling you the truth. French audience has been great to us. We just did Hellfest, which was freaking ripping. I had such a great time there. The crowd response was so awesome. There's been a few years where we didn't come to Paris because the record company quit working our music, and so it was just, you know, no promotion here, so we just stopped coming. But now we got Olivier working for Roach again, so we have promotion again, we do interviews again, so, you know, we come back, we're trying to build our career up again here, and we're just really blessed to be able to get here and play on stage and rip it, and the French audience is very passionate, what we like, you know, that's important to us. So yeah, that's what we missed when we stopped coming here. We were like, damn, dude, we go down, we play Élysée Montmartre, and we go rip that place up, and then it burnt down, and now I'm like, fuck, where are we gonna play? So we go to Tremendo.
We will make it out alive, I promise.
That's great. That's good. We've seen those pop up on Facebook. There's Mexico, there's Italy, there's Poland. We have one in the UK. It's like each country is like popping up and growing their own street team, which is, we love you guys. It's cool. That's really cool, man. That's like, to know that we have fans out there that are like spreading the word for us is fucking great.
When I sing,
future projects. We're going to go back to America. We're doing a tour through America with Shinedown called Carnival of Madness, which will be a 6-week tour across the United States. My wife is having another baby in September, so I'm gonna go take a little break for that. Then I'm gonna go back out on tour in Canada. Then we'll come back to Europe. We'll do another European tour in November, December. And then we're gonna pull the plug and start working on a new record. So I'm very excited about that. I can't wait to get creative again in the studio. That's always fun. I mean, I love touring, but it's also like creating a new sound, and I'm excited about this next one. We got plans.
I promise you forever and my soul.
Right now, our whole vibe and our whole goal is to go in. We're going to work with this guy named Kevin Churko. He's an up-and-coming producer in America, and our whole goal is to sonically reinvent who we are. Not musically reinvent who we are, but sonically. The way that our band sounds on recordings, that's the goal, is to come with a sound that's totally, completely unique and individual to Papa Roach. And so it's going to be exciting getting in there and just experimenting with the sonics of Papa Roach. Because I think stylistically we're on a really good path. I feel our fans like it, we like it, but sonically we want to redefine it.
No matter what, I got your back.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why we're still here. You know, is because that's how we approach what we do. We don't act like we're the greatest thing on fucking earth and look at me, I'm amazing. That's not our approach. Other bands do that, and that shit gets tired. You know, so it's definitely, you know, we approach everything as a challenge. No, most definitely not. Most definitely, because it's not in this world. You know what I'm saying? It'd be taken from you real quick, so you got to fight for it. That's I think that's been my experience. That's amazing. I never really intended that, but to meet so many people that have said that to me, I mean, you know how many people have said that to me? Like thousands. And that trips me out. Like sometimes I wonder, like, you know, when you think about like your purpose on earth, like why am I here? Why am I doing this? Maybe that's it. You know, like maybe that's why I'm supposed to make music. You know, I think like on a spiritual level, like, what's my purpose, God? Like, what, you know, and maybe that's it, is to like make music to bring people together, to make them feel not alone. Like maybe that's my purpose. And, you know, I never really started thinking about it that way until like about a year ago. You know, I'm like, man, like music is powerful. Like I never realized like, how powerful it can be. And you know, fuck, man, like if we inspire people to do good in their lives and to like change their lives and progress, like that's awesome. I feel like fully blessed. grateful. Yeah, that's like powerful stuff.
Still swinging.
Fans can follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. All those we're really heavily involved in the social networking and stuff like that. I love that. You know, it's like just after shows, I'll go on and do Q&As on Twitter. You know, with the fans, just to see like, oh, what song do you want to hear live, or you know, goofy questions. You know, people ask me some goofy stuff, and you know, but it's a fun way to connect with the fans out there. And we know that, you know, with youth, you know, my son, he loves Instagram, you know, he's all about that Instagram, you know, and so I know that that's how people are discovering music. I know that that's how people are connecting with people, and so to become part of that fabric has been fun. You know, I've really enjoyed it. I used to look at it and go, ugh, Facebook, waste of my time. And now it's a great way to keep our fans updated with what we're doing and connect with them, you know.